So here we have the posture of Cheng Bao Zhuang, or embracing the tree or holding the ball posture, with the postural assemblage correct and the shoulders nest sunk and open. In order to properly adjust the shoulders nest, we will give 3 exercises in 3 different directions of muscle movement in order that you can coordinate and feel the correct response. First, you'll put your fingers where the clavicle meets the deltoid and your hand below. Wrap it around. And first, instead of having it out like this, drop it down until you feel the muscle begin to protrude. Then come back up and feel from the clavicle all the way down that the muscle relaxes downward. This must be maintained throughout the rest of the movements, this downward feeling. So you go up, go down, and find the sweet spot where everything seems to be relaxed downward. Next, take your elbow and move it forward away from your body until you feel the pectoralis minor rise, and then push it back, quite a bit back, until you feel the muscle relax downward and stretch. Finally, lateral movement, relaxing downward, backward, and now out to the sides as if the elbow is being pulled away from the spine very gently. When we do this, we also have to be aware in each of the exercises of the top of the shoulders nest, the back of the shoulders nest, the inside of the shoulders nest, the armpit, and the outside, the deltoid and Jiao point. So here in the first exercise, by dropping the elbow downward, we are also relaxing the scalene muscles, the trapezius muscles, and Jiao point, where the clavicle and the scapula meet. And this wants to feel that it slightly opens, gets a wider space, as well as drops down. You'll find the sweet spot. When we relax downward here, the pectoralis minor muscles relax downward, and these have an intimate connection with the subscapularis muscle, the muscle on the inside of the shoulder blade, which will also drop down. So you want to feel for that. The shoulder blade dropping down. Okay? The deltoid also on the outside dropping down. Jiao point, the point of grip strength and lifting strength, also relaxing downward. Then moving out to the front and back, keeping the shoulder down, Jiao point open, shoulder blade down, find the sweet spot. Finally, when we go lateral, we will now involve the muscles of the rhomboids from the spine out to the shoulder blade, subscapularis and the pectoralis minor sinking, and then the teres muscles, the muscles connecting from the outside of the shoulder blade to the humerus bone or the upper arm. So once again, dropping the elbow downward, lifting it up until you find the sweet spot where the tissue from the clavicle down below is relaxing downward. Then move it forward and backward till you feel that same feeling of hollowness and softness. And finally, allow it to go out to the side, relaxing it from the center of the spine out through the shoulder blade to the arm and elbow. So here, when we perform these exercises with both arms, we drop the elbow down, and as we feel the tissue lengthen, the elbows will kind of come around and forward into this sort of position, which will still maintain the hollowed shoulders nest. We're using a wider posture for the elbows. You'll feel still everything drop down, moving it forward or backward until we feel that sweet spot. You can test it where the tissue is relaxed downward and toward the back, not sticking out and protruding. Finally, with the lateral movement, this should come back, and from the intercostal muscles of the chest, out to the shoulder nest, and then down into the elbows. In order to find the shoulder's nest, place your fingertips where the clavicle meets the deltoid and below in the indentation. From there, raise your arm and begin to move the elbow up until you feel it protrude in the shoulder's nest in front, and back down until you feel it becomes empty or lengthened. If you go too far down, it will protrude again. So you have to find the sweet spot, your personal sweet spot. From there, move the elbow forward until you feel a protrusion, and then move it backward, quite a ways toward the back, quite close to you, until you feel, again, a protrusion. And in between, you can feel this dropping out from the muscles of the clavicle, and especially the pectoralis minor, which links to the subscapularis muscle, the muscle in the shoulder blade. From there, we have the lateral movement. So we take the arm out to the side and a little behind until you feel protrusion, and then in front and out until you feel the hollowness begin to occur. Again, find the sweet spot, out and in, until you find a spot where you can go down and up and it stays relaxed, goes away from the body and back toward the body or the back and stay relaxed, and then goes away from the spine. And with the spine, we're activating the other muscles. The rhomboids are relaxing, open. The subscapularis, the teres muscles, and the deltoids, all relaxing to drop the energy into the elbow. And then from there, out into the